Okay, we are continuing on. We've made it to the area by the falls. We fought off, I always just want to call him the first prince. It has a weapon I really won't use. The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire isn't far from here, but be warned, the road we'll be taking is a favorite hunting ground by bandits, for bandits. With the stairs completely impassable, there will be fewer travelers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. No. Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Bandits on the road. What have Zaraja and the Landsguard been doing? It seems up to me to restore order to the area. And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. A flying tank. How do you get that mount? Oh, that reminds me, what did I select for my mounts? Actually, how far are we going? Yeah, it's best we mount up. Oh yeah, they'll totally attack. I feel like I fought one of these before, but I don't remember. Oh, that's right. I forgot I put him in the stable earlier. Yeah, no. I've never been a fan of the arc. Because the arc is just so weird. My only problem with this is it's so tiny. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little farther ahead on the opposite bank of Miaka Bekzoma. But let's remain vigilant all the same. fight it? I can and I will. I saw the tree and I'm like, I'm gonna fight it. I don't need to fight a tree. This thing's huge. This looks like a cracked teapot. This is it. The village where the Lay of Pots from the Tuyulala saga took place. That explains the pottery. Earthenshire, Idleshire. Might be a similarity. Might the similarity of be a culture inclination, I wonder? The settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom-built to resemble pots, while the other is a repurposed town. Goblins. Pfo. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the Third Promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's Elector, if you happen to know who that is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Rediok is the elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. As much as Rediok would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the potsworm were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are potsworn? Goldsmiths contracted to work for the moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The moblins provide these potworms with tools, materials, living quarters, everything artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Tulal. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. If this is the best they can offer, I never should have left Wachu Miki Miki. You see? The Potsworn desert us. Without enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the pot pact. Should all our potworms leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something, and do it soon. Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. It would give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village. If it brings us closer to beginning the feat, all the better. Wrong focus. Wrong focus. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obliged to join in. Take a rest while you can. I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. Well, we'll take every help hand we can get. Rediok, truth swears that once the Potsworn have their perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You and Third Promise can assist help hand Rakarok. You other four, follow Ready Rock. There are other help hands in need of hand lending. I really appreciate you pitching in. I meant what I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practice you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Now let's find this Rakarok fellow and see what he can do for him. See what we can do for him. But first, we attune to the Aetherites. Rakarok can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pact is broken and the pots are emptying. You've come to aid Rakarok. Rakarok accepts your hand lending with joyous field smiles. I swear sometimes the syntax of these sentences is just so weird. If we can offer the Potsworn their promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. What Rakarok needs is for new help hands to create good living for Potsworn Kai. The helping hand assigned to, I think it's K, was hurt during the rock rain. So Rakarok took over, but he knows nothing of Kehi. What does Kehi want? What does Kehi need? Helping hands do not bother the Potsworn. Went straight ask. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things, and guess think. Please guess think with Rocker Rock, find out what Kehi is lacking so we can provide it. And count on us. Where is Kehi? Where this is where Kehi works, isn't it? Or is it? Let us take a peek inside then. This must be Kehi. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him. But that's not the way they do things here, apparently. We have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. So he's been fanning himself. He's either thirsty or it's too hot. Must be boiling, sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone be working in a stifling heat? Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kehi might want to improve his work conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rocker Rock. Oh, I think my bike finally showed up. What are you made your observations. What did you guess think? First off, I noticed Kay hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking? But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat? But Rock is sure of nothing when it comes to Keihi's taste. I can help with that. My brother Kona is also het sorrow, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share, like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it's brought to him like that, Kai probably won't be able to eat until it's cooled down. By that time, and by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. Simplest solution is serve a dish that that tastes good no matter what temperature. Rockrat never would have thought of that. Would Third Promise mind explaining these things to our cook? Not at all, but I don't think that's the only reason Kei can't concentrate. In their homeland is hot and dry, but even Kei seems to be suffering in front of the furnace. Is there a way you could cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a drafty shard and make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we can get one of those? You can gather them from the Shoal of No Return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up their search for the City of Gold. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Can you handle that for a Sapphire? Yeah, sure. Ah, one more thing. From what I can tell, Kehi files and saws and things are very worn. A new set of tools are in order. Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials, a serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We will meet back here with our tasks done. The shoals of return are past the crags. Through the tunnel southeast of here, you should be able to spot the passage from the outside of the village. All I heard was southeast, so I'm just gonna head in that direction. Actually, in that direction. Ah, my motorcycle has arrived. And I am nowhere near able to pick it up. Oh, that reminds me. I said southeast. I'm heading west. Whatever. You're Sapphire, aren't you? What brings you out here? An issue with caring for the Podsworn? When they approached me with the same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Charlene instead. The quality and craftsmanship would be guaranteed after all. However, the Moblins didn't care for the idea. Surely, it would be more efficient to engage in uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pods. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and are instead tasked with tending to the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Urianji, in fact. Settlements in Kazumako, too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become a non-servant, one of the first acts would be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlene technology. My apologies. I have much to consider. All of these people are missing the point. If you'll excuse me, they're so set and stuck in their ways. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Sapphire. I think I see the cave. So I was heading to the right spot originally, but I was supposed to go out the vantage point. Ah, look at that, I found my ether wind. I found my current. Ah, just gonna run out. My crystals are usually green. Usually they're green. Yep. Yelms that way, but let's do this first. This is actually going to be a short video, though. Because I am tired. I am that tired. Oh, there was an opening back over here. Just dawned on me. I need to buy the soundtrack to this one. Is that a cool breeze? Rock feels? Yes, thank you for seek finding a drafty shard. Rakarok will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for most discerning Hetsaro, and it's on its way even as we speak. Let's go in and see what Kai thinks of our efforts. What? She's like giving up. She's like, I'm done! I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed my pot pact. I'm grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate it with a piece worthy of a potsworn. Oil lamp to bring the halls of Valan Shumsa. The craftsmanship satisfies Earth and Shire's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance. Truly a gift fit for the Dawn Servant. Glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. Forgive my interruption. Lamenti, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with the feat. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of the potsworm. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Kazumak's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. I wonder why the Moblins didn't simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Every Charlene goldsmith could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tuliol fortunately does not warrant one for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study there. I was raised among Hetsara, more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tulol's various people was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hetsara? I have few fond memories of nomadic life. So he's all about the betterment of things in the future. Someone else is stuck in the past. One for war, one for peace. Interesting. Ragnarok is very grateful to you. Thank you both for your hard work and clever guesting. When it comes to helping hand, knowing what the potsworm really is important. Well, it's true that pretty much everyone you met. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. Okay, I think we'll finish with this. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Urianger. I also ran into the Livery twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now, he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Ready Rock waiting. Ready Rock thanks you for assisting Help Hand Rakarok. She will announce the feat once the other claimants have arrived, so please be patient a little longer. Alright, who's showing up? Okay, it's just us two. Cool. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the potsworns to stay. How did you fare? Yeah, we helped one out. Gave him some focus. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Oh, great. Welcome to Earthenshire. First promise, we support your plans for Salt Crossing and the new bring. The almighty Zoralja. He cleared many piles of rock falls as if they were pebble stones. The resilient son of the Dawn Servant. Oh boy. Zoralja was clearing fallen rocks. I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything not related to the contest. Well, we meet again. Oh, great. Everybody's here. Just in time to begin the feat. I bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Claimants, your attention please. As Ready Rock has explained, many of our pots were left us following the storm. Our precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in so much jingly shine, from across the zone. Should our steam of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. So the all merchants will suffer. So Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we're recruiting a new potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Ready Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zoralja's disqualification. The right is a mean to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Ready Rock declares the feat of pots begun, but remember, the pot pact must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Electra said nothing about taking a willing artisan from a rival. Oh jeez. Which is exactly what we should do. A fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. We're gonna have to fight these two for sure. I can already tell. They're problematic. The nasty brute's up to something. Aye, he may seek to delay us again as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Wukumat? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans among my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tuliolal to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, mind you. You understand. It's just a statement of fact. I suppose we could try asking around Wachu Miki. That seems a logical place to start. Back to Tuliolal it is. Perfect, I can get my bike. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? Oh boy. No, I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. You said I should share my burdens, so I will speak plainly. Truth is, I get really, really sick on boats. Yeah, we noticed. Wukumat, this is hardly news. but if it was brave of you to admit it. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. We'll be heading down river, which is much smoother. It will? Are you sure? Oh. I'm positive. Mostly. Good grief. I need a moment. Upriver or downriver? Ihukatuma is too rough for me. Nasha's a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Robley can help us recruit a Potsworn. Port official gets me back too. Yeah, I thought so. I do need to go to the left though, so I can pick up my the motorcycle. Sweet. I could have just teleported there. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to Wachu Miki Miki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Robley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. Oh, but we gotta trade. So what do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Filching my artisans for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with a mastery of goatsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? You mean Fontaine? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the Soul. And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little upriver. That said, he only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the Potsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Jean Fontaine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day. Probably enjoying a meal over at Ixbalyav Thai. And maybe we should go talk to him, just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. The two of us can handle this. Take the rest at the cabins if you like. Take a rest. let's go and see a man about a pot. Not exactly sure where he is. Okay, I think I know where I can find him. Oh, Sapphire, you're here too. The third promise said she wanted to chat. I just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? Last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yeah, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. That's wonderful. So, what did you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this after you settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potsworn. I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work with the moblins, isn't it? But you're not a moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the rite of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthenshire. So that's the way of it. We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at Wachu Miki Miki, I now demand you throw it all away and sign a pot pack instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedure for immigration. I'm pleased to say I'm now an official subject to legal law. I've since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at Easton when Garland All forces laid siege to the settlement, and in ensuing chaos he was slain. War took him from me in an instant. A man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such loss again. And so, as much as I am indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulian that I want you to make me throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a compact, then I shall do so gladly. Von Chitain, thank you. I shall return to Master Robley and inform him of my decision. Allow me. I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Perhaps you remember me, Rugevu, owner of Bonalav Tai. I'd like a word if you don't mind. You're Ruklamon's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too. If the gossips to be believed, well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but come by when you have a spare moment. Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. All I wonder is how I pick up my gold bust. Master Rapley, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Jean Fontaine has Fontaine has agreed to sign the pot pact, yes? While it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith, have to have one of your own handpicked to serve the third promise is a great honor for Wachu Miki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself, if you're so inclined. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget the kindness, Master Ropley. I will not forget your kindness, Master Ropley. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tuliolol. Come back to us if the moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at Wachu Miki. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What became of Fontaine? Were you able to find him? We did. He's agreed to become a potsword. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fontaine's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. Cool. I think we'll head to... Yeah, I think we're gonna head to the inn and call it here. It's gonna be a very short video. Ideally, I do want my videos to be about an hour at most. Watching, leave a like, subscribe to me on Twitch. I've started streaming again. It's kind of off and on, but it'll be me streaming dawntrail and everything after. Till then, take care of yourself, be good to others, and stay safe out there. Laters.